Here we go then. The lineup is set for the quarterfinals. France against Morocco, Spain, Belgium, Norway, England, Argentina, Switzerland. We've got a day off tomorrow, but then it all starts on Thursday as the battle for the semi-finals begins. Have you got any worries with Morocco?
Yes. I have respect. I have doubts because we know all the players, and we know them because they have played for some of them in France, like the example of the young Bouhaddi in the middle of the park who played in the youth team for the French national team. And you have talent everywhere. Starting from Hakimi to that Bouhaddi and to some others, the Saibari. I don't know if it will be on the field back, but they have talent everywhere and they have a real tactic. They know how to be patient. They know how to counterattack. So you have to respect them. I think France are better and should win. But if you don't respect Morocco, you're going to be surprised.
4 years ago, we saw this during the semi-finals at Qatar. That was a terrible match. Are we expecting the same?
No, this is a very different team, different Moroccan team than the one 3.5 years ago, who was far more defensive from Walid Regragui. The French took the lead very early in this game that we're showing the stats now, as you can see with Theo Hernandez. His goal. This time it would be a very attacking game, I think, very open, where that French front four, I think, could cause a lot of problems, obviously, to the Moroccan defense. And I think also the way this Moroccan team attack should be a bit test for the French defense, especially the two fullbacks again, in Koundé and Lucas Digne. Even as centre-back, whether Saibari starts or whether he's still out and it's Rahimi starting in that position, I think it will be a massive test.
I agree. I think this is a very good Moroccan side who, while they come up against France, I think I'll join you two Frenchmen and saying I think France go through. Morocco would prove a fast dinner test to almost anybody else in this bracket. Maybe some of that kind of shared history, certainly of the Moroccan players with France is that little needle in their own side. But this is a far better, far more attacking Morocco than we saw 3.5 years ago. Far more talented. I think France goes through, but this is not going to be an easy game.
I think you're hyping up Morocco quite a bit.
Yeah.
I don't think they've been that good.
They were not good against Canada, which is true. It's the first time where we saw them struggling.
They weren't good against Scotland. They weren't great against Haiti.
Against
Netherlands, I don't know. I'm just not. I'm not seeing it.
We have friends in France who are Moroccan, so we have to be nice to them.
Okay, all right.
I think
Well done for having friends first off.
Well, you will see. And we're going to talk about England after. You don't have any friends in England.
Right then, England against Norway.
Before we look ahead to the predictions for Norway versus England, those were the stats from the last meeting between Morocco and France. I watched that match myself. And honestly, Morocco were agonizingly close to pulling off a miracle, beating France to book a place in the final. They put on an incredible performance. Fast forward to today, they boast a much stronger squad with more players plying their trade at elite clubs. My prediction? Morocco will knock France out and reach the semi-finals for the second consecutive tournament. What are your predictions for this clash?
Ooh, are you scared?
Of course I'm scared.
What scares you? What? Haaland scares you?
What scares me is that I was really scared going into Mexico and we win, and I'm less scared now, and that's dangerous because I'm worried.
You're too confident.
That's the issue, because you looked at the Mexico, you could give you so many reasons to why we'd lose, but we didn't. Norway are kind of maybe a little less than England on the pitch in the starting 11, with the exception of Erling Haaland, which is quite an exception.
True. The win against Mexico is maybe one of the most important wins in English football history. It's not a great game. It's not a great performance with the ball. They didn't do that well. However, the character and the personality that team showed is impressive. This is a very different game, where you don't win it with the character because you are better than the opposition. This England team is better than this Norway team. Bar, Haaland and Odegaard maybe. But Kane against Hegem and Ayer every single day. Same with the fullbacks. Probably same in midfield. I'm sorry, but Rice and Anderson against Berger and Berg, there should not be no match there. And even Haaland against Gay and either Stones, Konsa, depending if Rhys James is back on the right back or not. Even that, you would think they've played so many times against him, Pickford in goal as well, that you should probably know how to handle Erling Haaland far more than.
Yeah, Gabriel knew as well.
Yeah, but it's a Brazil team that is not as good as this England team. It's an average Brazil team. Not. So I think you should not
Don't go. Arsenal player.
You should not even say this word in your mouth anyway. But so if you're England, you have to be positive. I think going into this game.
So
Massively.
you're picking England?
Yeah, I think they will win this game, and they should win this game.
Shaka, who are you picking?
I pick England for all those same reasons. And while you could talk about Norway beating Brazil and how poor a Brazil team was this World Cup, for me, Nyland was Norway's man of the match in that game. The Norwegian goalkeeper. So I see England win this.
The Union goalkeeper again with Shaka.
So it's always about the goalkeeper.
Yeah,
You know that. You know that, Frank.
I'm sure. No, I think the game that they won against Mexico brought a lot of confidence in the dressing room for that English side. But I want to believe that Norway has a tool to surprise everybody. And I saw the qualification. I saw the game. It doesn't count the French, the game they play against the French, because they played with half of the first 11, and they showed so much strength, confidence, and quality against Brazil. Yes, Brazil wasn't the best team in the world, but Norway were better. So I'm sorry, I'm going to go for Norway.
For me, Norway are the dark horses of the tournament, and I expect them to secure a big win against England. I watched England versus Mexico, and trust me, the English side looked incredibly weak both tactically and offensively. If it wasn't for some resolute defending in the dying minutes, Mexico would have equalized and could have even walked away with the win. On the flip side, Norway's performance against Brazil was absolutely phenomenal. I'm predicting a 2-1 victory for Norway, with Haaland bagging a brace. Drop your predictions for the match in the comments below.
Spain and Argentina are the two favourites of the remaining quarterfinals. Which of those two are the likeliest to give us an upset?
I don't see Spain losing against Belgium.
Me neither.
No way. I'm sorry, with all due respect that I have to our cousin, the Belgian people, but Spain they go for the semi-final against France. It's what has been planned for months, according to the bracket. So I don't see anything. Yeah, I have question marks about Argentina. And
Switzerland can cause an upset.
The upset can come from there, yeah?
I agree.
Sure.
Yeah, you agree,
Yeah,
George?
I agree.
Why?
I think Switzerland. I think they are, as we said earlier, super well organized. They've got a physicality. They've got pace. If Manzambi is back, I think they might struggle. Argentina might struggle to contain them.
I agree. As I said before, USA result aside, I do not think that this is a great Belgian side. Saying that, I don't think Spain have hit their heights either themselves. But still, they are the better of the two. I don't see it as simple or straightforward for Argentina and Switzerland.
20 seconds to go. World Cup final. Who will it be?
The revenge. France against maybe Argentina?
Jack?
France, England.
France, England as well.
Belgium are by no means a bad team, but I honestly feel that making it this far has exceeded all expectations. Even if you ask the players themselves, they'd probably admit that luck was on their side, having managed to avoid any tournament heavyweights in the knockout stages. For me, this should be a routine win for Spain. Now, looking at Argentina versus Switzerland, contrary to popular belief with everyone backing Argentina, I see a different story. Switzerland are a stubborn, resilient side, and anyone who has actually followed their matches will know exactly what I mean. I do think Argentina will progress, but they'll have to grind out a victory the hard way. My prediction for the final is a massive showdown between Spain and Argentina. What are your thoughts on the quarterfinals, and who do you see making it to the final? Don't forget to check out our other videos, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss an update.